Yes, people, and welcome back to Yorkshire Lad Talks Football, and welcome back to another video. For today's video, we are doing the top 5 players from this first game week at the Euros. It's been a great start. Obviously, everyone's loving it. Everyone's loving it because the season's finished, but we've been treated to an abundance of quality games, and you know what? There's been some top performances from some top players, and in this video, I'm going to give you my top 5 players from this game week 1. But before we start the video, let me get all the waffle out of the way. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and also drop a like on the video. Also leave a comment as well. Leave a comment telling me who you think's been the standout players in this first game week. We had games like England and Croatia, and you're going to see there might be one player from England's side that actually does make this top 5. But yeah, let's get on with the video. And number 1, I'm going to do it in like a chronological order. I'm going to go from 5 to 1. And number 5, my fifth standout player from this first game week of Euro 2020 is Spinazzola. You know what? Italy opened the tournament, didn't they? They opened it up with a game against Turkey. Turkey went into it like everyone was saying they're going to be the underdogs, but Italy, that second half, they were phenomenal. They won the game 3-0, and a standout player in that game was Spinazzola. He played left back. He usually plays for Roma, but for Roma he actually plays on the wing, and I saw him against Man United in the Europa League. I think it was semi-final, and I thought he was phenomenal, and he emphasised that point in this game. I thought he was terrific. He played as a left back, but he got forward so much that he was almost playing as a winger and helping out Insigne on that left-hand side. And together, they were such a force. He's so energetic on that left-hand side, a lot of pace. Spinazzola, both-footed, so tricky. It was just brilliant to watch. And he is my 5th standout player for this first game week. And you know what? He was unlucky to score as well, Spinazzola. So yeah, my 5th place is Spinazzola from Italy in their performance against Turkey. And number 4, we have Patrik Schick, the man from Czech Republic, the man who probably scored the goal of the tournament. I know we're early on, but Jesus, he's not going to get a better goal than that. I don't think we are. Come on. He scored from about 50 yards out, I think. David Marshall, very poor keeping, as I should say. But yeah, he was brilliant that game, Schick. He got 2 goals. That first goal was different kind of quality, but it was a standout goal as well. The crossing, and then Schick rose highest, headed it in the far corner. It was a brilliant, brilliant finish. He stood out like a sore thumb in that game. You can tell he's been linked with many top clubs in the past. He is currently at Bayer Leverkusen, and he was Kai Havertz's replacement, but he was fantastic against Scotland. And that goal, it's a goal to win any match really, but 50 yards out, ball came to him, he spots David Marshall off his goal, and the unthinkable happened. He's got a right left foot on him, you have to say that. He's ping. David Marshall, yeah, I've talked about him. He wasn't in the best position, but the swerve on it as well, it was just immense. But Patrik Schick, he's my number 4 standout player in game week 1. My 3rd standout player from game week 1 of Euro 2020 is Romelu Lukaku. Belgium came up against Russia. They put a standout performance on, beat them 3-0, and of course Romelu Lukaku was at the heart of it. Kevin De Bruyne was out. Eden Hazard was on the bench, which was a bit of a surprise, but he came on. But obviously we know about Hazard's fitness this season. But Lukaku is world class now. He truly is. Everyone was doubting him at United when he was. Everyone used to slag him off for having a poor touch, or you know, he was a bit clumsy, and he wasn't clinical, but he's turned into a complete beast now at Inter Milan, and Conte's got the best out of him. And it looks like Roberto Martinez has as well. 2 fantastic goals against Russia. Yes, the first one was a bit of a mistake, and the ball came in, I think it was from a Tielemans or a Meunier, who Meunier actually got the second goal, to be fair. But the ball came in, Russia centre-back miscued it, and there's Lukaku, just being Lukaku and finishing it off clinically. And the second goal is typical Lukaku, and you know what I loved? When he scored that first one, he went to the camera and wished his mate from Inter Milan, Cristiano, the best of luck, because what a horrible incident that was to see. Yeah, it was horrible. But the second goal, Romelu Lukaku, yes, we've talked about him being a clinical striker now, but this one was not something you probably expect. Yes, it was in the terms of he got in behind, used his pace, used his strength, but a right-footed finish. A right-footed finish. We thought Lukaku was a left-footed man, but raced clear, almost bends it round the side of the keeper with his right foot. Great finish. And Romelu Lukaku, constant threat all game, bullies defenders, Got a great first touch now, and his link-up play is fantastic. So yeah, Romelu Lukaku is my third standout player from Game Week 1 at the Euro 2020. In Belgium's 3-0 win against Russia. Let's move on to my second place player from the Game Week 1 Euro 2020 competition. And it is none other than, Leeds fans, you'll love to hear this, Kalvin Phillips. Many people have slagged him off. Many people underestimated Kalvin Phillips, probably because he's at Leeds and it's not a big six club. They are a big club, don't get me wrong, but Kalvin Phillips is underestimated. And many people probably don't know what he's about. He plays in that rigid Marcelo Bielsa system, and from what I've seen of him, he's good for Leeds, but from what I've seen at England, he just likes to pass it sideways. And I was one of the people to underestimate Kalvin Phillips, and I probably shouldn't have done. I should have gone in with it with an open mind, and I was slagging him off all week, saying, how is Kalvin Phillips anywhere near this side? But fair play to the guy. I usually associate Kalvin Phillips with sideways passing, but in this game, I don't know what Southgate told him. He was a progressive midfielder. He got involved in the attacks. He actually got the assist, the winning goal for Raheem Sterling. He was just fantastic. Dictated the play. And you know what? You can see why some Leeds fans call him the Yorkshire Pirlo. Maybe not to that level, but he was bloody outstanding. And he's made a very, very strong claim to start against Scotland now. But yeah, Kalvin Phillips, fantastic. He's my second place player for Game Week 1 in Euro 2020 for that 1-0 win against Croatia. Brilliant performance from Phillips. And that leads us on to player number 1 of Game Week 1 in Euro 2020. And it is none other than Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba, I picked him. I watched the game last night against Germany. They won 1-0. They were absolutely, especially second half, Paul Pogba. And I'm going to mention one more player as like an honourable mention, along with 2 other players as well. But Paul Pogba, absolutely phenomenal last night. Completely dictated the play. Proved what he can do. We all know he's quality, Pogba, but at United, he doesn't always deliver. And you know what? I do wonder, is it because he's playing alongside N'Golo Kante? I read a stat last night. 28 games have played together and they've won. They haven't lost any game in them 28. It's a fantastic record. And Pogba, fantastic last night. He was essential to everything France did good. He was the driving force in the midfield, long bursting runs like he does, and some of the passing, exquisite from Paul Pogba. There was one where he could have played it a bit early to Kylian Mbappe, who was alleged to be offside, where Benzema scored. But apart from that, Jesus Christ, Pogba, phenomenal last night, and he got the man of the match as well, but he deserves to be my first place for Game Week 1. For his brilliant standout performance against Germany. So yeah, they're my top 5. Let's go through them again. Spinazzola in 5th. 4th, Patrick Schick from Czech Republic. 3rd, Romelu Lukaku for his brace against Russia. 2nd, Kalvin Phillips for his standout Yorkshire Pirlo performance against Croatia. And number 1, Paul Pogba's performance against Germany. And I'm going to quickly give 3 honourable mentions to 3 players who I thought could have easily made that top 5. And obviously, one of them is Cristiano Ronaldo. I did watch the game. He wasn't outstanding, but he still got them 2 goals. And he's actually gone to... He's broken a new record, hasn't he? The highest goal scorer ever in the Euro Championships. And he continues to defy odds, doesn't he, Cristiano Ronaldo? He's 36 now, but... He's not showing signs of stopping just yet, is he? But Cristiano Ronaldo, fantastic. Got a couple of goals last night. Set Portugal on the way to their first victory in the tournament. And who else are we mentioning? Isaac from Sweden. Oh, I thought he was brilliant. Yes, he didn't have a lot of the ball. Sweden didn't have... Oh, God, I don't know the possession stats, but it was something like 19%. But when Isaac got the ball pumped up to him, on rare occasions, he did so well with it. He didn't lose it. You can't lose it when you're a team on the back foot and the ball gets played up to you. He was strong, physical, held it up, and he caused a lot of problems. And he had a couple of good chances as well to score. But Isaac, he looks a top talent, doesn't he? I don't know, I think he's 21 or 22, but many big clubs are going to be after him, guaranteed. What a player. And then my final is Kylian Mbappe for his amazing performance last night against Germany. Another standout for France, along with Pogba. I thought he was fantastic. He's electrifying quick. There was a race against Hummels when Hummels had about 5-10 yards start. It was absolutely terrifying to see, but brilliant player. And He already is a superstar, but he's going to win the Ballon d'Or in the next year or so, guarantee it, because he's phenomenal. He's so mature already, and he's only going to get better. He's only going to get better. So yeah, they're my top 5 players for game week 1 of Euro 2020, along with the 3 honourable mentions. If you like the video, drop a like, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and come on England.